From the ages of 0 to 3, I remember almost nothing. I don't really remember anything. I remember the feelings. I can feel the fear when I think about it. But that's it. I don't remember what I saw. 0 to 3 is about the time that my mother and father were together. I can also feel in my body my mother being raped by my father on the night before they were supposed to get married. They did get married, but and I didn't necessarily understand what that was that I felt for a long time, not until just a couple of years ago. Now, from 4 to 10-ish, my mother remarried to the older 3 of my 5 younger sisters' father. Well, that man, I don't know who, what, how he is now, but at that time in our lives, that man was a scary motherfucking man. I mean, he did all kinds of shit to me. Some of it I remember very clearly, and a lot of it is very spotty, and a lot of it I forgot altogether for a long time. I mean, when you're little and you're getting beat and you're going through these sexual abuses and just things that are absolutely horrendous for one to experience, much less a child, and then you're being threatened with your life. Your mother's life is being threatened if you tell anybody. Your psyche, your mind is going to do what it needs to do to survive, period. And so I believed that I deserved what I was getting and that I better be quiet to protect myself and the rest of my family. I don't remember a whole lot from those years either. Just as spotty as hell. But what I do remember laying in bed often, crying myself to sleep and listening to the screaming and fighting from the kitchen or wherever, and crying and praying that I could just take it all away for everyone, that I could just take on all of it. The last straw for my mother was not any of the drugs or the physical stuff or the lying, the beatings, the accusations. The last final straw for her was when she caught him cheating on her, and it was like, nope. So it was the icing on top of the cake, I guess. Like, I remember going to therapists and things and them questioning me about everything and just crying and crying and crying because I couldn't even remember what to tell them. I couldn't remember anymore. I didn't even know. I remember crying in a therapist's office, and I remember crying on the way home because I couldn't remember anything anymore. I know that I started wearing glasses in around 3rd grade, and I'm quite sure that was from being hit in the head. Like, the beatings were no joke, and I was quite the fucking acrobat too, and I'd run and climb and do everything I could to get away, but it was what it was, and that generally made it worse. So then we move into an apartment, just my mother and I and my 3 younger sisters who she had with that man. Now my mother said that it was up to me about whether or not to press charges and pursue what he had done to me. And also made it seem like it would be an honorable thing for me to do to not do that to my sister's father. So obviously I want to do the honorable thing for my family. So I thought, well, I made it. Like I'm strong enough to make it, you know. So how about, okay, fine, I won't pursue it, I won't push any further, and then one day surely they will see who he really is and that kind of thing. I don't know if that day ever came. Maybe somewhat, I guess, but honestly, the man should have went to jail. The man should have went to jail a whole bunch of times, and spent much time there for the things that he did and I saw and such. But it's whatever. Didn't happen. Around 11-ish, 10 or 11, I'm living with my mother. 10. I'm living in an apartment complex with my mother, 3 sisters. And then while we're there, we're not even there very long when this happens, like not long at all. She meets another man. In no time at all, this man has moved into our apartment. And he seems like the nice, sweetest guy, I guess, you know, whatever. It was sometime while we were living here in this apartment that it really first dawned on me how different I was treated than my sisters. And I assumed it was just because I was older and I was a boy. But the truth is, it was because my mother had a hell of a fucking father wound and had some serious man issues. And I was a man, not only a man, but I reminded her of my father. Not a comfortable position for me. I was not only my father, I was a small version of my father that could be controlled and manipulated and pushed around easily. How about we just fast forward again? Maybe a year later, a little more, I don't know. They're married, so she's married to her 3rd husband. She has 2 more daughters with this man. 5 younger sisters. And we're all crammed in this house of chaos. Just pure fucking chaos all the time. And I was constantly either being yelled at or overlooked.